shown in a web browser. Again, it's XML, GML. This is a GML dictionary, and you can see the GML ID up here is the DIGS Compound Coordinate Reference Systems Dictionary. What this does, each of these dictionary entries has a compound coordinate reference system, and they have IDs and they have identifiers. And the code space for the identifier is basically saying that DIGS is the authority for this, and then the actual value is the identifier for the compound coordinate reference system. And the way these are done, they all have a standard universal resource name prefix, and then what they end up with at the end are two identifiers of coordinate reference systems as defined by the European Petroleum Survey Group, EPSG. And so you'll see, for example, in this first one, it's 4326 and 5713. 4326 is a horizontal coordinate reference system, is WGS84, geographic, and 5713 is Canadian vertical dated in 1928, and you can see that explained in the name. And then there's a domain of validity, which is referring to an area that's defined by EPSG, and it's got scope information. And so that's the entire contents of this file, of this dictionary. It just has got a lot of 3D coordinate reference systems that are defined by putting a 2D coordinate reference system together with a 1D coordinate reference system for depth. I think they're all for depth. I don't think there are any for height, but there could be. And so all I did was wrote at Dan's request, you're now going to look at an XML editor. This is a commercial product called Oxygen. And so in here, this is the Coordinate Reference Systems Dictionary to HTML, XML, XSLT style sheet. And so XSLT is a very declarative way of defining how you want one XML document transformed into another or into something else. So you can see the initial HTML tags here. The HTML, here's the head, here's the body of the HTML, header 1, DIGS coordinate reference system, and so on. And then there's a table that has some identifiers, and then there's another table, and then for each dictionary in that XML file, dictionary entry and compound coordinate reference system, it takes and puts out a bunch of table rows and table columns. And that's it. I mean, the whole thing is only 72 lines long. And what you get from it is this piece of HTML. It's just a web page. And so, potentially this is easier for people to read than looking at the XML dictionary itself. And that's all there is to that. Any questions on that?
Yeah, Paul. So you're giving